right, everybody, we're at a new place today.
We are.
We are at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. This is our first time here. I'm very, very excited. There's a bunch of really good coasters here. I've always wanted to ride. I've been watching videos for years. I'm finally here. So I don't know what Jennifer's thinking, but she is in store for a bunch of roller coasters today.
Or not.
She's going. She likes to pretend like she's scared, but she's not. She's fearless. She's gonna do them all. Maybe. Anyway, we're gonna start heading around the park. We're gonna take you with us. We're blind today because I have no idea where we're going. So we're gonna get all lost together.
Yes, for sure.
All right, guys, come along.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
So far, just kind of walking through the park, we're just sort of in the very beginning sections. It's a very pretty park. It reminds me a lot of SeaWorld in its architecture, which it's all owned by the same parent company, so that's not very surprising. Again, right now, it's beautiful weather. There's hardly anybody here, so this was a great introduction. We might get spoiled though. That's the problem we're gonna have to deal with. But right behind me is the entrance to Cheetah Hunt. This coaster, I've been watching for years since they built it. This was the main reason I ever wanted to come here, because of this coaster. So I am beyond excited to finally be here and be able to experience it. And Jennifer is just coming along because she's a good sport, but she will not admit it, but I think she's becoming more and more of a coaster fan the longer we live here in Central Florida.
We'll see if Scott wants to ride it again, if I get on it or not.
Well, this is probably one of the tamest coasters we're gonna go on today.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Jen,
Hey, buddy.
can we have one?
It's my favorite animal print.
But is it your favorite animal to take home?
No.
But he's so soft and pretty. So we stopped at the Serengeti Overlook Cafe and Pub. We got a little chicken tender salad we're gonna share. We didn't eat breakfast. It's a nice little spot overlooking Cobra's Curse right over here to our right. Maybe that's Montu over there. And then the Serengeti, we got tons of giraffes. I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8. Nice place to have lunch. Okay, so Cobra's Curse is probably not going to open today. We'll have to check back later. They're saying maybe, maybe not. So we just got off Montu, and that was a head ringer.
For sure. Like, you know, like you have inversions, but your inversions are on the outside of the loop. So basically it's like swinging you out instead of keeping you inside of a loop.
So yeah, that one had some pretty intense G-forces. I think that's going to be a one and done for us today.
Yeah.
Maybe another time, another visit. But I don't think my head could take that.
No.
But fun, a lot of fun.
It makes you really dizzy.
All right, we're going to try and go walk this off for a little while and find something else. So I guess it's now official. Iron Gwazi, which is the newest roller coaster here at Busch Gardens, is a rework of the old Gwazi roller coaster. It's a hybrid coaster, one of the steepest and fastest in the world. Is now going to open in spring of 2021. Even though it is finished and ready to go, it is not going to open. All right, so we just got on the Serengeti Express, which is sort of an open air train ride that goes through the Serengeti. You can see all the animals.
Yeah,
So,
it's breezy out.
Yeah,
so it's gonna feel good.
Feels great.
And before the first hill, you might have seen the large tan antelope with the horns. Those are the eland antelope. They are actually the largest of the antelope species. Off to our left, we can see the reticulated giraffe. Reticulated, meaning net-like, refers to the pattern of their spots. They reach height between 16 and 18 feet and can weigh up to 1 ton. They also have really long, muscular tongues that they'll use to pluck foliage from the trees, the length of which can even reach up to 20 inches. Palm trees, you can see the white rhinos. These are the second largest land mammal, weighing from 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. Despite their massive size, they actually have a charging speed of about 35 miles per hour and can make some pretty sharp turns.
All right, so we just got done with Shikra and Tigris. What'd you think of Shikra?
It was good. I don't remember it after I rode Tigris.
Shikra was a lot of fun. The first ever drop coaster in the U.S. or dive coaster, not drop coaster, dive coaster. It was a lot of fun. Tigris was a little, I don't know. I mean, I think that roller coaster was built for 14-year-olds. Because it's small, it's a tight squeeze to get into the seat.
Oh, it is.
And it's fast, and I kind of felt like I was getting green after I got off of it. So luckily it was a quick coaster, and we were done fast. So
Right?
Anyway, we are gonna go find our way through the Jungala part of the park and go over here to Falcon's Fury. Outside of Falcon's Fury, and as you can see behind me, I'm gonna go way the heck up there, face down, and tumble back down to the earth. I am terribly afraid of heights, and this is really outside of my comfort zone. I'm challenging myself to do it, so I'm acting like I'm not scared, but I am really scared at this moment. Okay, here we go. Obviously, the scariest part of that ride is the slow ascent to the very top. Then when they took you forward, the beginning part of that was terrifying. But actually, once I was tilted straight down and I realized I was safe and I wasn't going to come out of the seat, then it was actually kind of cool. And the actual falling straight down is like exhilarating. Like I would do that again 100 times. So this is kind of a kids area. It's got a little sand serpent coaster. The Phoenix doesn't look like it's open. A little pirate ship ride. Got the little airplane bush flyers. Very cool kind of pretzel place, and a carousel and some games. It's now 2 o'clock. We got here at 10. Park closes at 5, so we've got 3 more hours. Some of the rides close down at 4. Some of them are only open currently through the week, 12 to 4. Some of them are open the entire time. And then there's some that just aren't open at all. You can check the website or the app to see ahead of time what's open and what's not open when you come for your visit. First impressions are that it meets the same standard for me that SeaWorld meets in terms of it's a clean park, it's well organized, the theming is great. So far we've only done the sort of Serengeti train ride half the way through. I can't really speak to all the animal interactions yet, but I don't think we'll get to all of them today. Obviously this is our first trip. We added this to our season pass. We've got season passes for SeaWorld Aquatica, and now we've added Busch Gardens, and I can't remember the name of the water park, but the water park that's attached to Busch Gardens here in Tampa. So Tampa for us is about an hour and 10 minutes. Also doing a really big Christmas town thing. And that was another reason I wanted to get these passes now, because Jennifer's a big fan of all the Christmas stuff and the Christmas markets. SeaWorld is also going to be doing it. And if SeaWorld lives up to what our expectations are for their special events, from what we've seen so far, they're all really well done. Yeah. And so I thought that being able to do it here also would be worthwhile. We've seen stuff all over. They already decorated the park pretty well. I mean, there's Christmas trees everywhere. There's wreaths everywhere. We see little photo shoots that say Christmas Town. Yeah. And from what I've read online, they've got a gigantic Christmas market that opens up, character meet and greets, stage shows, fireworks. SeaWorld Inc., which also owns Busch Gardens, has done a tremendous job through 2020 when a lot of other theme parks have done either little or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, even starting with like the 4th of July. I mean, they hosted, a fireworks show then.
Right. It's the only park in Central Florida that's done fireworks this year in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, since maybe March of 2020, since the shutdown, I should say.
Right. The other parks probably could have learned a few things had they went and visited and figured out, how to do that.
Are you guys listening?
Yeah.
you know, when people think about Orlando and Central Florida, you think about Disney first, you think about Universal second, and then, you know, SeaWorld is down that list.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, how I thought about it too when I came here. I'd been to SeaWorld previously, but I didn't really remember it. It didn't leave a real lasting impression. But I've said this in other videos that I've become a true devotee since I've lived here to the SeaWorld brand, because I feel like what they are doing as a park is great for residents and employees, and not to mention their conservation efforts. So I've become a huge fan of SeaWorld and now Busch Gardens and Universal, and I still love Disney. I'll always love Disney, but the things that I thought that I would love the most are really maybe fading into the background, and some of the things that I didn't expect are sort of rising to the top. No Sesame Street for you. So obviously we'll have to come back and cover Sesame Street another day. It was only open 10 to 3 today. So I got my Sesame Street shirt on. No joy. Hey everybody, it is now 4:30. The park closes at 5 o'clock, and I think we are done for the day.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We've walked around this gigantic place at least twice. I don't know how many steps we've done today, but it's more than I'm used to as of late. After I started my new job, I'm not walking through the parks every day, so my feet are tired. We rode a bunch of coasters. We got to see some of the animals. We went on the train ride around the Serengeti.
Yeah.
Had some good food and did a little shopping. So all in all, fantastic day. Awesome first trip to Busch Gardens.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back. We want to do a lot of like the animal exhibits and stuff, so we want to come back and do that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, like I mentioned earlier, this is an hour away, a little over an hour away from home. So we will be back. I'm so glad that we decided to come down here. This is well worth the trip, well worth the money.
The weather held out.
And yeah, beautiful day, low crowds. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better experience on our first trip.
Yeah, for sure.
So, as always, guys, if never lost, then never found.
So go get lost.
Go get lost.